So we're going to be doing a doubling of the number, and we're going to use a while loop to double as many numbers as the user wants to. So in the while loop, what the conditional will be is, well, for ours, we're going to say as long as the user doesn't enter the number 999, so 3 nines, then we'll keep looping. As soon as the user enters 3 nines, then we'll stop looping, stop asking for a number. So the first thing, so we're going to take a variable, two variables, one for the number that they enter, and then one for the answer of what that number is doubled, times 2. So we'll do a declaration here for those two variables. So we have our number, and we'll call it answer for what the number will be doubled, and they'll be integers, whole numbers. So then we need to first ask the user what number to use. What they want to use to double. So we're going to do an output first, and then here we'll say enter a number to double. And then what we're going to say is we'll tell them what number to use to enter to quit. So we'll say enter 999 to quit. Okay, so this is how you would tell the user what to enter for a quitting to double numbers. Okay, so then we're going to do an input, and in the input we're just going to type in here the variable number. Now this input here is also known as a priming input, and the reason it's known as a priming input is because we are priming what's going to be in our conditional check for the while loop. So what we're saying is we're priming or putting in the number variable a value that we can then check in the while loop. So what we're going to do here in the while loop is we're going to check to see if our number is not equal to the 3 nines. So in programming, a not is an exclamation, and then our equal. So this is not equal. So what we're going to do is here on the left, we're going to see what value is in the number variable. If that value in the number variable is not the 3 nines, 999, then this is true. If the number on the left here and there in that variable, if that number is 999, the 3 nines, then this is not true. So that'd be false. Okay. So we'll continue to loop until we get the user to put in 3 nines. So the first thing we'll do is here we'll take the number they gave us and assign that to the answer with the calculation. So here on the left, we'll put our answer, and then on the right in the expression box here, we'll put our number times 2. So this will take whatever number they gave us, multiply it by 2, and give us the answer. Okay, so now if you run this and do it exactly like it is now, this is what's called an infinite loop. And the reason it's an infinite loop is because we primed the number variable here, we put a value in it, but then we never change it. So what happens is number will always be here in this loop, whatever they put in initially. So again, we need to put a number in to exit the program. So I'm going to grab these two here, and I'm going to copy them, and I'm going to paste them into here. So now what's going to happen is the user will enter a number. We'll check to see if they've entered the 3 nines. If they have not, then we'll go in and whatever number they gave us, multiply it by 2, put it in the answer, and then we'll output and ask them to enter another number. Now, we won't see this answer on the screen, right? So we need to, because we didn't output it, so we need to do an output here and tell them what the number was doubled. So in our output here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say here answer, or not answer, sorry, we'll start with the number. So we'll say number, and then we'll do our and sign and our double quotes, and then a space, and then we'll say doubled is, with a space, double quotes, and sign, and then the answer. So what this does is, again, we'll have whatever variable or whatever values in the variable number displayed. So whatever they entered in the number key here on the keyboard will be displayed. And then next to it will be a space, doubled is, space, and then whatever that number is times 2 will be put out on the screen, whatever's in the answer variable. Okay, so now if we run this, this will run until we put in 3 nines. So we put in here and we say enter a number to double, enter 999 to quit. So if initially the first thing we enter is 3 9s and we hit enter, we'll be done. The program's done, it quit. Okay. Now if we press play again and we press 5 in here and hit enter, it'll double that and it'll say 5 doubled is 10, and then it will be inside the loop here asking us to enter another number. So when we enter another number here, we say 20, it'll double 20 for us. Cool. And if we put in, say, I don't know, 123 and put enter, it'll double that for us. Okay. And when you're done doubling, just put in 3 9s and hit enter and it'll quit. So this is the while loop, and this is what's called a sentinel value. And the sentinel is this number variable here. The reason it's a sentinel is like a sentinel guard. They are guarding something, a gate usually or an entryway, and they only allow certain people through. So a sentinel variable, same thing. It's looking for a certain number, and as long as you don't get that value, it's going to let things through back into the loop. So it'll let the number through to be doubled. As soon as it sees that value, though, it won't let it through, sentinel guard, and it'll be false and quit. So this is the while loop for doing looping as long as the user does not input a certain value.